Vikas Singh and Satish Maneshinde. This is
Okay,
the first time we've had the family council of Sushant Singh Rajput and that of Rhea Chakraborty, and now Kshitij on the air at the same time. Very important questions, Mr. Vikas Singh, about how suddenly, after having demanded that there be a CBI probe, the family of Sushant Singh Rajput seems to have lost faith in the CBI, and you're raising questions about the CBI. He says Rhea Chakraborty, his client, has never once questioned either the CBI or the courts. Why is it that your client, Mr. Vikas Singh, has suddenly lost all faith in the CBI, or at least you're questioning the delay of the CBI? What's your problem with the CBI's probe, Mr. Vikas Singh?
Well, Rahul, now that the question of CBI is concerned, in fact, Mr. Manashinde's client was, saying openly that she wanted a CBI probe, but when the matter was argued in the Supreme Court, her lawyer never once conceded that it should go to the CBI. Never once. I don't know whether Mr. Manashinde was tuned in for that hearing or not, but he never once conceded that this. So that's the real double standard. As far as we are concerned, we didn't want CBI initially for the simple reason that we thought that in so many important cases that CBI is handling, our case will get lost. But when the Patna police was obstructed from investigating, we realized that probably we don't have a choice, so we have to go to the CBI. Now our original fear appears to be coming true, that in our case is getting lost in the CBI, because suddenly our case has got very low priority, and priority is shifted to other cases. So that's a completely consistent stand, Rahul, unlike the stand of Mr. Manashinde's client. So please don't try to put it the other way.
Can I argue, Mr. Vikas Singh, and play devil's advocate, which you like doing so often, that maybe this isn't a low priority case for the CBI? This is about as high priority as any case in the public eye has been. And maybe, and that's not something that you'd be particularly happy about, the CBI hasn't found any evidence to substantiate the theory of murder, which some TV channels have been crying themselves hoarse about, and your contention that this is a case of abetment to suicide. Maybe there is no such evidence, and therefore the CBI doesn't have anything to please you in its final findings, which is why you and your clients are now unhappy.
Well, Rahul, CBI is not meant to please anybody. That's first thing. And you must have this very, very clear on your show, and you must also understand this. They're not meant to please anybody, whether it be me, whether it be anybody else. Their idea is to go for an investigation. And as far as I am concerned, I am not pleased with anything. I'm only wanting the truth for my clients. So if there is no murder, supposing if there is no murder, although that question does not arise today because the meeting between CBI and the forensic team has not yet taken place, and that is the real grievance, that why is that meeting not taking place? It's only after that meeting that they will be able to take a call whether it is murder or abetment to suicide. But even if it is not murder, abetment to suicide case will definitely continue. And for that also, the fast track will have to take place of according to me, custodial interrogation of the players, and that is getting delayed.
I am keen on knowing how you respond to Mr. Vikas Singh's contention that the Sushant Singh Rajput case seems to be a very low priority case for the Central Bureau of Investigation, which is why, despite the CBI team and the AIMS team being in the same town, they haven't had an opportunity to meet. Do you buy that argument by Sushant's family lawyer that this is a low profile case and the CBI isn't taking it seriously, sir?
I don't think so, because Sushant Singh was a great actor and a star. Apart from that, even before the papers reached the CBI constituted a SIT, and we knew the names of the officers who were going to investigate the case, because it was all flashed by you guys in the media. So I don't think it's a low priority at all, because the entire team was stationed here in Bombay. Like I told you, all the investigations had to take place in Bombay because the jurisdiction was of Bombay. So therefore, the entire team from the CBI, including a senior officer, came to Bombay and got stationed in Mumbai till the investigations were, according to them, quite enough for them to come to a conclusion. Now, if the CBI has gone back to Delhi and they're going to take their own steps, it doesn't mean that it's a low priority case. It's according to me, I think the CBI treats every case equally. whether it's high profile or low profile.
Would you
I
allege
don't
with
think
Vikas
Mr.
Singh,
Vikas Singh,
with Vikas Singh
having
listening,
dealt with the government,
you know,
should be of that opinion.
Can I ask you a direct question, Mr. Satish Maneshinde? Is it your case that the CBI has probably not found any evidence to back the charges that Vikas Singh and his clients have been putting out against your client, which is possibly why the family of Sushant Singh Rajput is now not happy with the manner in which the CBI investigation is taking its own sweet time and dragging according to them?
See, I don't know about his feelings, but the factual aspect of the matter is that Rhea Chakraborty left the house on the 8th and was not heard of or being in contact or with touch with anybody from the household, including the family members, from the 8th till the 14th. So I'm confident that as far as Rhea Chakraborty is concerned, she is not concerned with the immediate cause of death of Sushant Singh Rajput.